Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here with your Thursday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, I literally changed nothing on this chart. I didn't change what's written on it. I didn't change a line. I didn't change a single notation on this chart because yesterday was, it wasn't a nothing. I mean, you had a new contract high in the morning, but when you got into the regular session, I mean, it was all about what we discussed, which was battling it out over 21, 70 to 72. We traded down to the 68s a little bit. We would trade up into the 74s. It would get very exciting, and then we just come right back down. So um, we didn't trade much yesterday. And what we did do was end up scratching a lot of trades and just trying to get out of the way because when you're in a day like that, unless you're a scalper, and I'm not a scalper, but and I don't scalp in the room because that's just tragedy for chat rooms. But unless that's your style, really the only thing you could accomplish yesterday was taking a bunch of -2s and -3s when things started to not go your way. And what you want to avoid is taking any big hits, obviously, but you also want to avoid a string of red trades chasing your tail after something that isn't going to break out in one way or the other in a regular session. Look, we've had an incredibly volatile November, okay, and we had a fairly volatile, back half of October. So, a couple of days where we're hanging out here trying to decide whether 70 wants to be support or resistance is not unusual. So, as we head into today, it's the same thing. Okay, the bulls have broken above 2150 to 2170. They need 2170 for support to reach the upper band. What do the bears want to do? The bears want to convert 70, get back into that range, drive it down to 50, and if they can really, push, they can get down to the daily middle band, in the area of 30, 36 or so. But I continue to say, if the bears are going to do any kind of a sustainable pullback in this environment, they're going to need news. Where's that news going to come from? I don't know. It's news. That's the trick. So you got Janet Yellen today. She speaks in front of Congress at 10. I'm not sure when the speech comes out of embargo, but so there's some potential out there to move the market a little bit. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is we're kind of hanging out. We want to see what the next move is going to be. Don't chop yourself up while you wait for it. Okay? You don't have to trade every inch of the tape every day. It's your job to trade the tape when it's an environment that's beneficial to you. Okay? It's got to fit with your style and it's got to fit with your plan. And if it does, then trade it. If it doesn't, don't. Just don't. Trust me. Nobody's gonna come looking for you. Why didn't you trade today? You're an individual trader. I mean, you don't have to trade every single environment. So let's see what it wants to do. 70 to 72 is going to be the key. Do they start to convert it? I think once they do, I think the move off of it is going to be pretty swift. So you got to stay on your toes. So just really briefly, the hourly chart, which looks like a 5-minute chart, but this was yesterday's regular session right here. Not very exciting. Not really going anywhere. Okay. Even in a normal regular session, I mean, you'll get some movement. This is Monday. This is Tuesday, which, a lot of people labeled as garbage. And, I jinxed us all the end of the day on Tuesday in the chat room. I said, it can't really get much more boring than that. Well, it did, Mike, because here's Wednesday for you. So I didn't say anything yesterday, so maybe we can get out of this little chop funk here. So here's your overnight, trying to make, guess what, 72 support, okay? There's your new contract highs up here. Daily pivot's going to matter. We're chopping on either side of it today. I'll be interested to see what happens if we get up to R1 there, 81.75. If we break down, 66, you got that 61.5, you got these 58s, and then you've got the lows from Monday, okay? but I think we're going to need news to do it. In a vacuum, this thing wants to chop to higher. So everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us over at Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website, princetontrader.com. Come check out the chat room. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.